What's up, everyone? It's Xarxay here. I wanted to do a video today on production, live performance, DJing when you are doing your sets. Here lately, I have been seeing a lot of DJs that seem to get a little bit bored. Sometimes the crowd is just not into them. Sometimes they're on their phone. Who are you gonna call while you're DJing, or who are you gonna text? If a DJ is actually texting while he's in the middle of his set, it may be a little bit awkward to the crowd. There's other things where someone could have their hands in their pockets. They could even be talking to a promoter, to a girl, to a guy, and it's so boring. The reason why I'm really doing this particular video is because when we are compared to musicians, they get to play guitars, they get to drum, they get to play saxophone, they play instruments, and so they keep the crowd going. They keep them extremely interested, and it looks like they're actually doing something. So in this video, I'm gonna actually show you a couple of tips and a couple of tricks that you can actually do while you're performing and still look awesome. Alright guys, so this is the Pioneer DJS-1000 Performance Sampler. This is actually what we're going to utilize to make our performances and our DJ sets a little bit more interesting, to where it is and appears as if we're actually playing an instrument. Because actually we are instrumentalists and we are musicians, just like any guitarist, just like any pianist, just like any drummer, and so on. So kind of what this is, and I'll just kind of give you a brief overview. You have 16 pads, you have 16 steps, as you can see here on the bottom. You can actually utilize and save samples that you've already created on your internal DAW on your computer. You can actually save samples from a CDJ that you already have triggered samples from, or you've saved from, or you can actually utilize the internal samples as well. So I'm gonna go and do a quick overview. We're gonna go ahead and open, and we're going to open the internal kit, and we're just going to go ahead and choose one here, and basically says okay, and we're just going to kind of load up, and now you can see where all of these samples are quickly loading up. So the first thing, if you notice, we have samples. So the thing is, we're going to go ahead and hit play, and we're just going to go ahead and create a kit or a pattern like that. So you pretty much understand that gist of it there. All we did is just basically went ahead and created a pattern on the fly. And what I'm going to go ahead and do now, and I'm sorry I just hit that off button there, no worries. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to utilize a USB, and then what we're going to do is save our own samples that we've actually already had on our laptop or computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and quickly pop in this USB stick, and it is a empty USB stick, and it does not necessarily have to be empty. And if you notice, it's got create new here. You don't want to create new. What you want to do is save as package. So the first thing you do is you're going to click save as package. We're going to go ahead and say XX remix. We're going to hit save to USB, and now what we're going to do is just go ahead and hit USB stop to eject, and we're going to go back to our computer, and we're going to pop in the samples that we've already saved. We are back. And what we're going to do is we are actually going to take the actual project file that we just created in the DJS-1000, and then we are going to take our samples that we've actually already created in our DAW. So moving right along, first, before we get started, if you look at the screen, before you can actually even load any samples, you first must need to go to pioneerdj.com and download the DJS-TSP project creator. Basically, it's a software that is actually required to download any of the samples, not necessarily download the samples, but actually to load them on to the software. So you definitely will need this prior to loading any of your samples. I've actually already went ahead and did that. I do have the DJS-TSP creator already up and loaded here. So the first thing that you actually must do is when you're in here, you must hit import. When you go there, obviously we want to go to my XX remix, go to Pioneer DJ Sampler, go into projects, and there is my XX remix that I actually have created previously on the DJS-1000. You're gonna go ahead and click import. You're gonna go ahead and click yes. I've already created this just to see if it works, and it does. I'm gonna click yes, and we have our empty project. And now what we wanna go ahead and do is you wanna go ahead and load up your samples. Don't use these because these are scenes. You wanna do project. Always do project. Don't do the scenes because it'll just load the scene. So I have a Xarxay remix kit samples already in a folder that I've actually already opened up, and I got them pretty much from Battery. So I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly load in my samples, and I'm not dragging correctly. There we go. And know that it actually uses 16, but just for the sake of demonstration and tutorial purposes, I'm just gonna go ahead and use 7 instead of just loading them all up. We've dragged those in there, and now what you wanna do is hit export, and we're going to go ahead and click yes, or export volumes XX remix. That's where we want to go on the USB, and the XX remix TPKG at export, overwrite, and we are successfully completed. So now all you want to do is, in order to eject your USB, we're going to go ahead and close this first and eject that guy. And we'll see you back over at the DJS-1000. All right, everyone, we are back. So what we did is we went ahead and loaded our samples onto the USB stick here. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and pop that guy in. And we are going to go to project, and we're going to hit open USB, and we see XX remix TPKG there. Click OK. We're going to load her up, and boom, we see 7 lit pads, which means that there are 7 samples that we loaded. We also see the 7 pads or 7 samples by name here, and we're going to go ahead and test those out. And there you have it. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.